Hello, Afifa. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Liz. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good. What am
Thank you.
I? Okay. Yes, I'm good. Oh, it was a nice day out today. It was warm outside.
Yeah,
Very warm.
it's very good.
I know. Okay, so something that someone else said is called reported or indirect speech.
Okay.
Okay, so if I said to you, I really like to go shopping, okay, and later Veronica says to Jennifer, what did Lydia say again about shopping? And Veronica says, oh, Lydia said that she likes to go shopping. Now you're talking about, now Veronica just said something that I said to Jennifer. That's called indirect speech. Right? It's not direct, it's indirect. You are saying something that someone else says. Okay, so when you are reading, at least in English, when you are reading, you will see quotation marks, right? So I might say, I really like to go shopping in quotation marks. Lydia said, right? Because I said that. Or you could say it indirectly and say, Lydia said that she likes to go shopping. Okay, that's indirect speech. But when you are reading anything in English, an article, a book, if you read Charlotte's Web, you saw this when we had break and I said, you could read Charlotte's Web. That's a really good English book to read. You will see that there are a lot of quotations and then she said or he said, right? Those are indirect quotes. So tonight we're going to talk about the rules behind indirect quotes. How do we use them in English? When we are writing and when we are reading, how do they work? Okay, so on page, hi Gonzalo.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So on page 24 in your student book, we're on page 24 in your student book, it says indirect or reported speech, they are the same thing, okay, is used to report what someone has said. Okay, so it's used to say what someone has said. When changing present statements to the past, right? Like I said, I like to go shopping, right? And then Jennifer says to Veronica, what did Lydia say about shopping? She said in the past that she liked to go shopping. Okay, so a present statement, I like to go shopping, changes to she said that she likes to go shopping, right? She said, changes it to it in the past. Okay, so that's when it says when changing present statements to the past, the verbs in both the clauses change to the past in English, and quotation marks are not used. Okay, so in indirect speech, if I said to you, she says that, you do not use quotation marks. Okay, because you are not directly quoting me, right? You are not directly quoting, I like to go shopping, says Lydia. That has quotation marks. If Jennifer said to Veronica, she said that she liked to go shopping, I didn't say she liked to go shopping. I said, I like to go shopping. It's different. Okay. So if you look on the grammar focus on page 24, direct statement says, I volunteer at my local school. The indirect statement is, she said, you can put the word that, but it's not necessary. Remember, we studied that before. The word that is not necessary in this case, just like it was when we studied it in level 4. So you can say it, it's not necessary. Either one. She said that she volunteered at her local school. That's the indirect statement. Okay? Direct statement. I am enjoying my tutoring job. I am enjoying my tutoring job. Indirect statement, she said that she was enjoying her tutoring job. Okay. Direct statement. We can't find jobs, they said. Okay. Indirect. They said that they couldn't find jobs. Right? Because it's in the past that they could not find jobs. So both of the verbs, the one that the person directly said and saying she said, are both in the past. Okay. The next one says, I'm not good at carpentry, said Rebecca. Rebecca said that she wasn't good at carpentry. Okay, that's your indirect statement. I don't like answering phones, Rob said. Rob said that he didn't like answering phones. Okay, so direct statements in a book or in an article will have quotations around them. Indirect statements, which are saying what someone else has said, will not, and they will also be in the past because you're talking about something that someone said in the past. Okay?
Even if that person has just said that is in past.
Yeah. Like if you said something, like if you answered a question and I said, I'm sorry, what did you say? And Jennifer says, oh, she said the answer is whatever. She said, right? Not she says, because you just said it, but it's still technically in the past.
Yeah.
And what
Teacher,
about the second sentences?
The second sentence would be in the
It
past.
could be in present.
So if it says, I volunteer at my local school, the past is she said that she volunteered at her local school. Now,
Teacher,
yes, Isel.
in the last example that you said about the shopping, you said she said that she likes to go shopping.
Yes.
Or
So,
but why the
yeah, so the second word in English, technically, you are supposed to put in the past, but in regular common English, we say it both ways. Like, oh yeah, she said that she likes to go shopping. Or she said that she liked to go shopping. They're both like, we say them the same.
Sounds good.
now I'm confusing because do we have to say both in the past? But
No.
normally you say in present. I don't understand.
Yes.
Both
So
ways are correct.
both ways are correct for the second verb. In English, we really say them both ways. And when we're indirectly quoting someone, like if I said, I want to go to the store.
That is very
What
similar
did
in
you
the
say?
Spanish.
So you could say, oh, she said that she wants to go to the store. Or she said that she wanted to go to the store.
Mhm.
It really doesn't make a difference, honestly.
Mhm.
It's like we use them both very much the same. Is that the same in Spanish?
Yes.
Very
Similar? Yeah. It's the same.
I think that grammatically is incorrect to say it in present
Correct.
because it has a rule. But you can say it in present.
That's exactly right. So this
okay.
both need to be in the past, but then it says in formal English.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? I mean, you can't see the book you sell, but it says in formal English.
Okay, now I got it. Okay.
They both are in the past, but we talk informal 99% of the time. Right?
Yes,
So
exactly.
it can be either one. And it like
And it's
really doesn't
easiest for me if I say, oh, she said that she likes to go shopping.
Yeah, that one for me sounds better. But
Yes.
grammatically, formally, you would say the second one in the past, but it doesn't matter. But you have to say she said, right? You can't say.
Of course, yes, of course,
she
absolutely, yes.
That doesn't sound, that's not right. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, good questions. So on the practice part, it says a volunteer coordinator is talking to a person who is interested in volunteering. Okay. So do you remember a volunteer coordinator? Do you remember what coordinating is?
Mhm.
Like when you are trying to put everything together, coordinating. So the volunteer coordinator is the person who gets the volunteers to come, tells them what days they can come. Our volunteer coordinator's name is Michelle at the branch. Anyways, a volunteer coordinator is talking to a person who is interested in volunteering. Change her statements into indirect speech. Okay, so for example, the first one says, volunteering is a wonderful way to gain experience for a job, right? That's a direct quote. So indirect, for example, says, she said that volunteering was or is, either one,
Okay.
was or is a wonderful way to gain experience for a job. Okay.
Okay.
So the second one says, we have many different types of volunteers. So the volunteer is a woman, okay? So what would you say, what's her indirect speech?
They said.
She said that we had many different types of volunteer jobs.
Correct.
They said, or she said.
She said. She said, because it's the volunteer coordinator talking, and I'm assuming.
Oh
it's
yeah,
woman
she
because
said.
the first
Okay.
one says she. So she said to whoever, to a person who's interested in volunteering. So someone's saying, I really want to volunteer. Tell me about it, right? And then they have this conversation, and then later, that same person is telling her husband, for example, oh yeah, she said that we have many different types of volunteer jobs, right? Now, in that case, if the woman is saying, we have many different types of volunteer jobs, you might say later, she said that they have many different types of volunteer jobs, because you're talking about them.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's a little tricky, actually, sorry.
Mhm.
So if you said, yeah, we have many different types of volunteer jobs, I said that, like, please come to the branch. We have many different kinds of volunteer jobs, right? And later Jim is talking to Veronica and said, yeah, Lydia said that they had a lot of different types of volunteer jobs. Because now he's
Oh, okay.
talking about the branch, because he's not a part of the branch, but I am. So I'm saying
I
that.
can say they have, or and I can say or I can say they had.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
They have or they had. Yep. That's exactly right. Good. Number 3 says, volunteers can work in a school, hospital, nursing home, or library. Okay, so this is what the volunteer coordinator is saying. So if later on you're trying to tell someone what she said, what would you say?
In a school, hospital, nursing home, or library.
Yeah. She said that volunteers can or could
Good.
work in a school, hospital, nursing home, or library. She said that volunteers could work in a school, hospital, nursing home, or library. Or she said that volunteers can work in a school, hospital, nursing home, or library.
Hospital.
Okay. Okay, number 4 says, we don't need volunteers at the animal shelter right now. The animal shelter, do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Like the place that you would have animals that don't have homes,
Mm.
animal shelter. So like you would say a homeless shelter, a place of shelter is a place of refuge where you can, you know, be protected by is a shelter. Yeah. So how would you say, we don't need volunteers at the animal shelter right now? How would you say that?
He
Indirect.
said that we didn't need volunteers at the animal shelter right now.
Yes. She said that they didn't need or that they don't need volunteers at the animal shelter right now. Yep. She said that they didn't need or they don't need volunteers at the animal shelter right now. Good.
chart.
Okay, number 5 says, it's a good idea to include volunteer experience on a resume. Okay, how would you say that indirectly?
She said that it was a good idea to include volunteer experience on a resume.
Good. Or,
Is a good
We
idea.
were looking.
yeah, or it's a good idea. Yeah.
Mhm.
Either one. Good.
Yeah, good
She
idea.
said it is, or she said it was. And remember, none of these are in quotes. You're not quoting if you indirect speech, sorry. Okay, last one. We are looking for several people to help with the beach cleanup this weekend. We are looking for several people to help with the beach cleanup this weekend. How would you say that indirectly?
He said that we are or we were looking for several people to help with beach cleanup this weekend.
Good. Yep. Yep. And kind of depending on the situation, if you're talking and if you're not included in that group, you would say they, right? She said that they were looking or that, but if you're part of like the group or the family, right? So if you guys are all, you're all part of this class, you're all students. So if one of you said, like, what was the homework? I didn't like it. You would say, oh, we said that the homework was page 29 because you're a part of that group. We said, okay. But if it's a group that you're not part of, if you're not part of these people that are going to help clean up the beach, you would say, oh yeah, she said that they needed help with the beach cleanup, but I don't know if I'm going to go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a minute to look at those. You can write them down if you want, because then you can remember. Okay, so on page 25, okay, it says, this is the last thing we're going to do in this book. It says, just for tonight, obviously, it says, talk with a partner. Discuss what John said about the volunteer positions in the newspaper. Okay, so it says, for example, the volunteer positions is working in an animal shelter, and there's 6 of them. So that's the first example. What John said about the volunteer positions, he said about the working in an animal shelter, I'm not really interested in working with animals. Okay, so you're going to take that and you're going to say, oh, what did John say about working in an animal shelter? Oh, he said that he was not really interested in working with animals. Okay, so one of you, you're going to be in groups, and one of you is going to ask, what did John say about running errands for elderly people? Oh, he said that, right? And then you're going to use your indirect speech to do that. Okay, Yisel, don't worry about it. Just listen. You don't have to talk in your group. I'll make sure you have a group of more than 2. Okay, so take a few minutes and ask each other, what did John say about the different volunteer positions? Okay, and then you'll respond. John said, okay, and take turns going back and forth. Okay, just take a couple minutes so that you can get used to speaking using indirect. So running errand literally means like, if I say it all the time, that's so funny. I say like, I have to go run some errands. And it means like, get things done outside of the home. So grocery shopping is an errand. Picking up something from the library if you needed it is an errand. Dropping something off at the post office is an errand. Anything you do outside the home that's like picking up something, dropping something off. So like on a weekend, I might say, oh, my weekend was so busy. I had to run so many errands. I had to drop something off at the post office. I had to get my groceries. I had to go to the store and get a new lamp because I broke my lamp. I had to send something to a friend. Like those are errands. All the things you have to
Teacher, but do you have to say both words? I mean, run and errand.
You can say I have to go do some errands, but that is most commonly together is to run errands.
Run it.
Okay.
Yeah, what a
Then
strange.
it's-
Yeah.
In Spanish, it's like diligencias, I suppose.
Yeah.
Diligencias.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
How would you say, like, yo necesito
Hacer.
hacer,
Un.
I need to do,
Yes.
Or I can say I have to
yo tengo que hacer.
hacer una diligencia, for example.
I'm going to write that down. That's awesome. Diligencia.
Yeah.
That means a diligence? Like a priority or something? That's kind of what that means in English. Like something that is like necessary to do. Yeah. Oh, weird. Interesting. That's so cool. Yeah. So I need to do some errands or run some errands. And you can say I have to, I need to, any of that. Like, oh, I have to run some errands. I need to go do some errands. Any of
Okay.
But
That's a
errands
good
is
word.
how it is. Yeah, that's a really good word. So anything that's, you know what I mean? Like outside of the home, that's not necessarily something you enjoy doing. Yeah. Yeah. So if I went to say, oh, I get to go to Target just to shop for fun, that's not running an errand, right? That's enjoying it. But if I'm like,
Teacher,
oh, I need a new light bulb, then you go. What?
How do I say, for example, I have to running errands. How do I say?
No, it's just like in Spanish where it's like necesito hacer. It's the infinitive. It's the same. I need to run some errands. I have to run errands. I am running errands currently. I ran errands last night.
For example, if I have
I'm running.
too
I am
many
running
things,
errands right now. Like, oh, I'm at the grocery store. I'm running a bunch of errands today. I'm running a lot of errands. I don't have time to talk. Bye. That's what I do. That's me. Don't talk to me. I'm running a bunch of errands. I have a lot of things to do on my list. Bye.
Bye. See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Call me later.
Exactly. I'm busy.
teacher, but I want to understand the sentences.
Okay.
For example, if I have to do a lot of things this weekend, so
Yep.
I have so many. How is the sentences?
I
don't-
have so many errands to run.
Errands
run.
to run.
Yeah, let me write down that.
Yeah. Let me write that down. Yeah. I have so many errands to run this weekend.
This week.
So many. Okay, give me a second.
No, take your time. This is a great little lesson. I love it. I have so many errands to run this weekend.
Okay.
You are
So many errands to run this
week.
weekend.
Or you could say, I have so many errands to do this weekend, but it's much more common to say, I have so many errands to run. Otherwise, you would just say, I have so many things to do this weekend. But if there's
No, but I want to
outside of the home, it's errands.
Okay.
Like
Got
if you were to say to me, Lydia, I have so many errands to run this weekend. I need to clean my house and cook. I would say those aren't errands because they're inside your home.
Okay.
So if that in English, an errand has to be like something you do outside, like you're driving to go to the grocery store, then go to the post office, then go to the library, then go like those are errands, things to do.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Outside of the home. Yeah, I have so many errands to run this weekend.
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Or like meetings with people, like all those kinds of little things. Yeah.
Teacher, and you have a name for the things that you need to do inside your home?
Am I what? Oh, do we
Duties.
have a name?
Duty.
Like chores, we would say.
Chores.
In level
I
3, I think.
remember.
Yeah. Yeah, they would be called chores.
Chores.
Like cleaning, cooking, yeah, those kinds of vacuuming. Yeah,
Okay.
chores. Yep. Yeah. Good questions. Yeah, so we have a couple minutes before our time runs out for the first time, then you can just rejoin. But let's talk. What were some things that you said? So for example, if John said, or I guess I'm just giving it away. What did John say about building houses for low-income people? What did John say?
He said that he's building and carpentry.
Good. Yep. What did John say about removing graffiti from public buildings?
He said he could do this, but he didn't want to do it for a long time.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Way to change them to the past. Good. Good. And what did John say about running errands for elderly homebound? Means you're not able to leave your home. You are bound to your home. You have to stay in your home. Homebound people.
He said that he liked to help elderly people.
Good. Perfect. He said that he liked to help elderly people. What did John say about preparing food baskets at the local food bank? Afifa, what did he say?
You're mute.
Oh yeah, we can't hear you, sorry.
No, FIFA is.
There you go. Tell us. I heard, we saw your lips. We saw your lips.
Yes, yes. Because Lydia, my daughter, she is talking.
Oh! That's funny.
Okay.
That's okay.
He said that he lived too far from the food bank.
Yes, exactly. Good. Okay, our time's gonna run out right now, but rejoin on the same link and we'll keep going, okay? Good job.